Tonight, Christina Carswell hosts an all-new episode of The Lounge. The following program may contain mature material some viewers may not find suitable. Viewer discretion is advised.
It's The Lounge with Christina Carswell. Tonight, Christina welcomes Alex, also known as Axel, from the channel Swathed, Sara from the channel Lyra Kylaren, and Sean, a professional QA video game tester. And now, here's your host, Christina Carswell.
Did you just say Venero?
I think he said Veneeri.
Hi guys! We're back! It's your favorite 4 people of all time. Me, Axel, Sara, and Sean. Boom.
Wow.
She-bop-a-doo-bop. Wop.
So we're gonna take a relaxing moment here, and we're gonna do a show for us. Yeah, that seems like a good thing. I think that's a good thing. So I crossed off something off my bucket list. Would you like to know what?
What?
I went to a zoo for the very first time this weekend.
Wait, really?
Yeah. I'm 28, and I went to a zoo for the first time.
What'd you think of it?
Little sad about some of the animals' enclosures and it being very small, but there were a lot of misconceptions about animals that I had previously that I have now corrected.
Like what?
Yeah.
Like how scary a hippo's laughter is.
Oh,
that is terrifying.
See, hippos are terrifying to begin with. They're like 3-ton fucking machines of death. Like, have you ever seen them just eat a watermelon? Yeah, they kill more people than sharks.
Yeah. They're scary. Like, they look so cuddly, but they're so fucking scary.
Yeah, it's because their teeth are so flat, yet their jaw, like, their heads are so massive that it's just like, they just, like, use physics and just squish you.
Well, they have, like, 2 set of bottom teeth. Yeah. 2 that, like, point up and then 2 that point out.
Yeah.
Right? So that's just terrifying to begin with, is seeing teeth like that. You're just like, you didn't go to the dentist when you were younger. I'm just stupid and childish, I understand.
That's okay. We're all allowed to be a little bit.
Oh, so, just before you, Alex, there was 2 things that, like, had the luckiest day ever. So, twice we went by enclosures, me and my boyfriend, and once we were looking at the panther, and we were just standing there, and it was like sleeping, and then all of a sudden it raised its head and looked right at us, and we were just like, and then we realized that one of the keepers walked behind us and his keys jingled, so it was just a reaction, but we were just like, perfect timing. And it happened like 3 or 4 other times throughout the day, so we thought it was us, but really it was just perfect timing in the right place at the right time. But it was funny. I liked it quite a bit.
Which zoo was it?
Oh, sorry, what?
Which zoo was it that you went to?
I went to the Toronto Zoo.
Ah, I haven't been to that one.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Yeah, and
the stations they had out there.
Well, I found out that, what?
Oh, yeah, no, they give you like these little pamphlets, and you know, for the kids, and they go around at all the stamp stations collecting. It's like a little passport or something.
Oh yeah,
I did that. I didn't even see it.
Yeah, I don't know if they're still there or not.
It's usually something that they do for the kids, because they have like a little prize at the end, I think, sometimes.
Oh, that's cool.
It's like, yeah.
Well, I think I went on like one of the hottest days of the weekend, so because of that, there was a lot of animals that weren't in their enclosure because it was too hot. They even canceled the bird show because it was too hot for the birds. But they had the birds along, like, at the outside of where they had the bird show, and you were able to meet the handlers, and they talked about the birds and educated people, which I thought was really cool. So even though you didn't get to see the show, you still got to, like, see the animal,
see the birds,
learn a little bit more from the actual handler. So,
you know, thinking back on your comment though about you know, you're a little sad to see them in the enclosures. You hear that statement though afterwards, like, oh, it's too hot, so they'll kind of keep them somewhere where it's like cool or care for them, right? These guys are living it big.
Yeah, pretty much.
true.
Yeah.
Like I was looking at all the cats and just wondering why they're not active. It's like, oh, I know why they're not active. They don't have to hunt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They just get fed.
Oh, yeah.
So I was like, of course you're gonna be lazy. You don't need to do anything for food.
They're also
At the same
they're just
time,
naturally
though,
lazy.
at the same time, I find it adorable when like a fucking big ferocious bear is just like, it's too damn hot, like, like on a rock, and you're just like, you're supposed to be a ferocious predator. Now you're just a big lump of sweaty fur, and the bear just like looks at me, and I'm like locked eyes with it. And the bear's just like, bro, it's too hot. I can't bear today, and I'll be like. And then I'll just look at him and then instantly be like, it's okay, bro. It's too hot for me to be outside, too.
Oh my god, we saw the polar bears, and they were feeding the polar bears at the time that we got there, so, like, perfect timing. So they're throwing fish in the water, and seeing a polar bear eat is terrifying. Like, it literally ate a fish in, like one half, just, like, bit its, like, body off. It's just like, oh my god, those are huge paws holding that giant fish. And it looks so tiny in his hands, and it's just like it's sitting there, just like chewing on it, going yang yang yang.
Did you get to pet any of the animals?
No. They even when they were holding like the birds, you weren't allowed to.
Really?
Which is fair. They are wild animals. A lot of people like forget that they're not pets; they're wild, even though they're in an enclosure. So I understand that. And I wouldn't want to pet them because it's not the same thing. However, I did go to the orangutan enclosure, and I could only see one of them, and he actually came up to the glass and like sat down with us for a little while. It was really cool.
Aww.
Yeah.
Yeah. I went to a zoo a few years ago. The last time I went to a zoo, I think it was the Cataraqui. And at the time we were there, they were doing like a take your photo with a cheetah type thing, and you were allowed to like pet the cheetah, take a photo with it, and it was really cool. Its fur is not soft at all. It's kind of like it's like it would be if they was like taking a bath on a regular basis, I think maybe, but because it's a wild animal, its fur was very dry
and coarse, and that's kind of to be expected, but that's kind of cool at the same time.
It was really fun. I think we still have the picture somewhere. Not gonna post it up not gonna share it or anything because I have no idea where it is, but yeah, it was pretty cool.
Nonetheless. So based off this experience, my next item on the bucket list is to go on a safari.
I want to do that so bad.
It requires me to go to somewhere that is not so safe.
Yeah. Like
that's the fun. That's the fun part.
That's the fun part, yeah.
Part of the fun, yeah.
It's on my bucket list now. And everyone that I know that's gone on a safari, they would rather go on a safari than go to a zoo, so.
Well, yeah. Because safari is like you're actually watching them in the wild instead of like just in a enclosure.
Yeah.
I remember you
more active.
What?
Unless it's in the middle of the day, then they might still be sleeping.
Except if they're nocturnal animals like coyotes and some breeds of wolves that are just like, they're like, it's like 3 o'clock in the afternoon, fucking I'm sleeping.
There was something that you and I were talking about a few years ago. I think it was either just after high school or we were still in high school, where we wanted to go to Scotland. We wanted to plan a trip to Scotland, like backpacking.
There's a lot of places I want to go see.
So there's so many places that I want to visit. Just before, like the whole bucket list thing, I want to go to Japan. I want to go to Scotland. I want to go to Italy. I want to go to Ireland. I want to go. I wouldn't mind going to France. I don't think I'd purposely book a vacation to there. But I wouldn't be opposed to going there. It's kind of like I'll go if I can kind of thing.
That's fair. Well, you could do Ireland, Scotland, and like Great Britain. Well, all of Great Britain for like pretty much the same trip.
Yeah.
They're mostly connected.
Yeah, one's a little out of the way though because of water, but yeah, they're pretty much all nothing. I want to drink with some. I want to find some Campbells or Brodies, like of the clans, and be like, "Hey, I'm one of your long Canadian relatives from far away of distant genetic relations." And what I just said did not make sense, but apparently it works.
I could just imagine them just like looking at you, scoffing, like peasant.
God, you know me in words, I fail. But yeah, I also want to become rich, if that's at all possible. Become just rich.
That's on your bucket list, is become rich?
Yes. Become rich. That's on my bucket list.
Point, right?
I don't know. I think that's on a lot of people's bucket list, is have so much money you don't know what to do with.
Well, not really. Not really. No, I've never really bought into the whole, like, you have to have a lot of money to be, like, successful. I want enough money to do whatever I want to do comfortably.
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
fair.
If I had so much money, I'd be like, all right, cool. Well, if I had, like, even realistically, if I had, like, $50 million, like, that is a lot of money, and at the same time, not a lot of money to, like, if you think about it, like, comparatively to other rich people. Like, $50 million is like, okay, I'd give, like, $5 million of that to my mom. She'd never have to work for the rest of her life. She could do whatever the fuck she wants on $5 million for the rest of her life.
Pretty much.
I'd give my mom $5 million. I'd invest $30 million into other stuff, because then that would just be money making money, because that's how investments work, apparently.
Yep.
I would invest about $30 million of that. I would live off another $5 million, and then I would set aside another $5 million, $5 or $10 million in a high interest savings, and then live off the interest off of $10 million. And then when I die, all of my money would go, like, if I have a family, some of that money would go to them. The rest of it would go to, like, fucking some charity or some shit.
Wait, all of mine would just go to my cat.
Like, it's better to, like, fucking throw it somewhere when you die than passing it on to your kids, in my opinion. Like, give them enough money so that they can, get a foothold. They don't have to worry about stuff. But if you have $100 million, or even if you're a billionaire and you die, give like $100 million to your kids and the rest to fucking charity.
Well, I heard a rumor that Bill Gates isn't giving a dime to his kids. He's like, no, you work for it just like I did.
He's probably got like a small safety net set up. But other than that, he's not giving
all of it.
They're not getting. Well, it's because he's worth like $50 billion, but he doesn't actually have $50 billion. Much like a lot of rich people, it's all in investments.
That's fair. He does do a lot of charity work.
So, but I want to get enough money just to be able to do what I want to do in my life. I want to wake up. My dream is to have enough money that I can wake up in a day, be like, what do I want to do today, and not have to worry about paying for it.
Exactly.
You're like, do I want to go to the fucking barcade and play nothing but arcade games and spend like $200 worth of booze to play there for the entire day? Fuck yeah. I would do it if I had the money to do it. Would I fly around to different parts of the world and go to fucking like weird experiences? Yes, that's what I want the most money for in life. I don't care about having a fancy car. I don't care about having a big house. I want to like use the money that I have to live.
Yeah.
I think those are song lyrics you just recited.
Man, whatever. If it is copyright, patent pending. Patent pending.
There is something that I do actually want to do that's a little bit more realistic than just be rich off the ass, and that's I want to make a video game. I want to make and release at least one video game in my life, and I have an idea for it. And it's like a card game.
Don't say that idea on here.
No.
Someone might steal it.
That's
just
true.
saying.
Well, actually, even if they do, at least it still exists.
No, it has to be something I make. That way I can become rich off of it.
I don't really have a desire to become rich. I just want to live comfortably.
Yeah. That's
Because
ultimately
money doesn't
what
buy happiness, really. Like, it buy enough stuff to make you happy for a little bit, but, like, after that money's gone, is your happiness still there, or is the happiness just there because you had the money?
Well, ultimately, that's realistically what that goal is, to become rich, is just simply have enough money that I don't have to worry about money. And after that, it's just icing on the cake after that. But yeah, just become financially stable before.
Well, like, here's the thing, though. Like, are you living... like, if I hypothetically said, you make $1 million a year, that's a lot of money to be making a year. Now, you could plan a life that you could work off of $1 million a year and still probably have a lot left over. But $1 million, again, is not that much money in the grand terms of, like... Because, like, oh, okay, I'm going to buy a house. Well, there's, like, 600 grand to $1 million right there. Like, boom. Like, all gone, done.
That seems to be a common thing a lot of lottery winners. Because, like, that's one thing a lot of people have on their list is win the lottery. But a lot of lottery winners, when they come into the money, they don't know what to do with it. And they end up overestimating just how much money they've actually had. And they end up losing it all. Because it's like, but I thought I had all this money. And then they spent like 90% of it on partying or all this other stuff that they just sort of lost track of. Which is
that's kind of, there's a song about that. It's like Pill and Ibiza that sings about that, where dude had so much money because he got successful off one pop song, and then he just blew it all away just through drugs and parties. So
yeah. That's one thing that's not on my on my bucket list is experimenting with that shit.
Fuck it, I'm gonna be 80 going out in a pile of cocaine and hookers. That's how I'm gonna die.
Well, now we know Sean's death his obituary is gonna be like, died while smoking crack off hookers.
Yeah, no, I didn't say crack. I'm going cocaine. I'll go high quality.
Oh, sorry. He sniffed cocaine off a hooker's crack.
Nah.
Is that better?
The green's good enough for me.
Oh boy. Now we're getting political.
But yeah.
That's when I'm 80. Like, I figure, like, once I get to a certain age, I've afforded enough luxury in life to be like, fuck you, this is what I want to do when I want to die.
Yeah, I can kind of understand that, yeah.
If I'm ever on life support, I'm pulling the fucking cable myself.
I could just imagine you just trying to reach the cable, like, ugh!
I actually have how I want to die on my bucket list, and that is I want to die by the blade. I want to die in a sword fight. I'll be like, in my 90s, give me a sword, and I'll be like, I challenge you to a duel! Challenge me, you old young whippersnapper!
That really doesn't sound pleasant. I mean,
that doesn't sound pleasant
what
at
happens
all.
with gut wounds?
No, just for some reason that I actually have really strange things on my bucket list. Obviously.
Yeah, dying by the sword is pretty strange.
I don't think I'd ever actually pull that through. It's just more one of the eccentric things of just like, I want it to be there just in case, but I don't think I could ever pull it off.
It's basically the same as a dude saying, yeah, I take it in the butt once. Be like, as soon as you're there, you can't say no.
No, I'll be in my 90s and I'll be like, I'll like say to some random youngster and be like, I challenge you to a sword fight. And then they'll call 911 and be like, okay, yeah, go back into your padded room, crazy lady. And I'll be like, but I want to die by the sword. Okay, sweetheart, take your medications.
I demand blood!
blood today.
Of blood running through the streets. All shall feel my vengeance of my blade. Sir, don't worry, we're getting him back to the asylum until he's locked up. He'll be in custody in a moment. Be gone, demon! And it's just like an old man with like a broadsword, like riding one of those like playground like spring horses.
Oh my god!
Just like rocking back and forth.
I'll be stuck in a loony bin. I'll be stuck in a loony bin when I'm 90. I accept that because I'm already insane as it is. When I'm 90, I'll have no control over it. I'll just be in a padded room going, I challenge everyone! Where are my cats? Ah!
You're gonna be a crazy cat lady, is what you're saying?
only once I'm 90 and I've outlived everyone else.
I am not looking forward to being 90 with you.
I'm
Just saying.
I'm not gonna kill anyone. I just have. If I happen to outlive everyone, and I'm like 90 or 100, and I'm like the last one left, I'm buying all the cats I can, going into a senior citizen's home with a sword strapped to my thing, saying, "I am invading this place with my army of cats."
I could just imagine, like, you're like 89, and I'm just like, I need to move. She's about to go fucking out ape shit off the walls. I need to, like, are there any places to live in Scotland? I wonder.
Oh, no, I won't scare you away. Hopefully.
Yeah, you're going, like, I want to die by duel. I'm just like, I'm outie. I'm just outie. Bye. Have fun. Go back for the wake.
Then again, I also have getting a broken bone on my bucket list.
Why do you want bad stuff?
I don't know. It's not that I want somebody to go out of their way to break my arm or my leg or something, but it's something that I've somehow managed to avoid in my life. So I don't have that understanding in my brain of what that's like. And I'm inherently someone who wants to understand, wants to try and understand things. So on my bucket list,
feels like,
yeah. So it's like, not because I'm not a masochist. I don't enjoy pain. In fact, I fear pain a lot. But
why do you want this stuff? I don't understand, Sarah.
No, this is Sarah we're talking about.
Oh,
I'm insane.
My bad.
I remember when you asked what I'd do when I faced my duplicate, I said kill it.
Yeah, that's fair. I should have expected this. I should have known better than ask why.
Can we just all conclude that I'm crazy? Because yeah.
Well, the internet's probably going to conclude that anyways.
Oh yeah.
No, you're just the inner voice that we all.
Oh god, I don't like my inner voice. Sorry, Sarah.
No, I'm your outer. I'm not your inner voice. I'm your outside voice that's pretending to be an inner voice.
Oh boy, that's not cool.
I love you.
I'm sure you say this to all your inner voice, outer voice things.
Nice, Kinayo.
I don't believe you. Gonna wake up one day, you're gonna be over my bed with a sword. I'm like, no, Sarah, don't!
No,
please, no senpai.
I will never hurt my senpai or my one-sama.
The last thing you say to me is, notice me.
But senpai already noticed me. No, I'll just be like 100 and you'll be 106 and I'll be like, here's a sword, Chi. Here's a sword. Now, stab me.
I'd probably just walk away with the sword. Like, this is such a nice price.
You're 106. You'd probably be like, what? Why did you give me this novelty letter opener? It's because we have mail. We were born in the 90s. We never even had paper mail.
Wait, what?
80s, buddy. 80s.
Whatever, we grew up in the 90s.
That's fair.
I
Still had
miss
paper mail in the 90s.
I don't.
Yeah.
If you ever look back at the 90s, that was a fucked up time.
Yeah. All the Technicolor and all the...
Yeah,
Wow.
I forgot how much Technicolor there
Oh
was.
my god. Could you imagine the hairstyles if they came back today? Some of them are, and it's scary.
It's coming back. It's just
Oh.
like...
Yeah.
See, I
Well,
look back in
90s is
the
a new
90s
retro.
and think beige.
Beige?
It's just beige, yeah.
Why beige?
Government workers, beige. Old people,
Yeah.
beige. The older you get, the more your clothing color just kind of aligns with the color beige.
That's fair. More like
90s is the new
pastel
retro,
colors.
though. That's why it's
Oh.
coming back. It's
God,
retro.
that
No, it's
sucks.
not.
We're
It's just hipsters were like nobody was doing this in the 90s when everyone was doing it in the 90s.
That's because hipsters are stupid, young, and wait, no, I did that in the wrong order.
I forget who it was. I think there's a picture of Sting from the Police. Like, there's a picture of Sting in like the 80s, like dressed as exactly as like a hipster now, and it was like 40 years before.
Yeah, a little sad.
Just because you don't understand my style.
Or was it Phil Collins? I think it was Phil Collins.
Both?
Phil Collins in 1970.
I don't understand hipsters. They're kind of annoying.
Yeah, okay. So this is... Okay. Let's play a game. I'm going to give you a picture. Alright?
Okay. Wouldn't have to be that picture, would it?
No. It's gonna be... Okay, so I'm going to put up this picture.
Okay.
Alright? When would you say this picture was taken?
This picture?
Yes.
Either today or the 80s.
Why do I feel like this is a homeless person?
that is Phil Collins in 1976.
Was he homeless?
Holy crap!
Yeah, styles haven't really changed. People like to think they changed. Like, the 80s just brought more neon color to everything with, like, Miami Vice and shit. And then, like... And then in the 90s, we replaced all the color with plaid.
Yeah, there was a lot of plaid.
There's a lot of plaid.
And bell bottoms.
Especially if you were in grunge. If you were like me and into grunge in the 90s, it was just all plaid shirts. Thanks, Kurt Cobain.
Well, it was that and not showering for a lot of grunge. Like, a certain family member of mine.
They're just an asshole.
Yeah, we're not going to get into that.
But have you seen some of the videos of, like, fashion throughout the years?
Yeah.
I like those
They hardly
videos.
change.
Very little. Mostly hairstyles.
Well, like, from one decade to the next, it doesn't seem like it. But if you go back far enough...
Oh, yeah, I'm not saying, like, okay, you go back to the 40s, everyone was wearing fucking suits and, like, high-waist dresses and shit like that. Like, it's like... I get it, the 40s and now, but I'm saying, like, it's the 60s where everything got fucked up.
Yeah, that's because all the drugs and the hippies.
All the hippies.
Yeah,
Goddamn
hippies fucked everything up.
Goddamn hippies.
I have a friend who, her fashion sense is literally, roaring 20s. Like, she wants to wear, if she could, she'd wear nothing but vintage dresses from the 1920s. And hairstyles and hats and all that, which is cool. But she's the only person I know like this.
Why the 20s?
I don't know. She just likes the idea.
Roaring 20s.
Yeah, she likes the idea of the Roaring 20s,
where everybody was in the crippling Great Depression, and men could beat their wives when they fucked up a steak dinner. The 1920s.
Lovely times they were.
High war bonds.
Yeah. Well,
I do not miss those
to each their own. She looks good in a flapper dress, I'll say that, but...
No one looks good in a flapper dress.
The hell's a flapper dress?
It's,
not flattering.
Oh. Okay, is that anything like flat meat? Like, that's the only thing I can think of in terms...
No, it's a flapper. It's like it was the girls who hung out with the mafia guys. Like the jazz bar kind of girls.
Like they're kind of blingy. Yeah, that's a flapper dress.
Yeah.
The dress, like the weird like 1920s flare style dress with the headband.
Isn't that the kind of like dress that tells you, yeah, steer clear?
What? Pretty much.
You don't want to put your dick in crazy.
Yeah.
Flapper girls weren't necessarily crazy.
They're just party dresses, pretty much.
Yeah, they were just party dresses.
Going out on the night on the town kind of deal.
Yeah, they can get really extravagant too. Like, trying to find one here. Yeah, they're decorated with huge beads and.
Yeah, think of just like a dress that's completely bedazzled. Just bedazzled everything with like the tassels everywhere and Yeah, it's kind of
And
like
then they would go
a
out to
skimpy
the
one.
local speakeasy
Yeah.
and enjoy the latest tunes from the local jazz band.
A lot of jazz. A lot of jazz in the 20s,
A lot of
I think.
jazz. A lot of jazz.
I think that's a good place to end it. On a jazzy note.
Jazz.
Everyone's all jazzed up now. So that's all the time that we have for today. Be sure to follow us on social media at TOONDISE on Facebook and wish the hashtag ToonLounge on Twitter. And if you're a fan of this craziness and you're a fan of TOONDISE, make sure to support us on Patreon at patreon.com/ToonDice. And on behalf of Axel, Sean, Sarah, and myself, Christina, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time right here on the lounge.
Bye.